New York City in the 1980s was a whirlwind, a loud, messy, brilliant contradiction. It throbbed with both decay and drive, a place where graffiti told stories across train cars and punk anthems echoed through downtown dive bars. The streets carried the scent of danger and dreams, and anyone living there stood at the crossroads of risk and raw creativity. There was no filter, just the hard truth of a city trying to outrun itself. The skyline loomed over lives stretched between hope and hardship. Times Square, long before the LED glow-up, pulsed with grit. Strip joints, peep shows, neon, and a rough kind of charm. Subways were shadowy cathedrals of spray paint and side-eyes. Crime was constant, yet so was the rush. New York didn't promise safety, it offered freedom, if you could handle the chaos. It was the era of Wall Street warriors and Reagan's economic gospel. Yuppies in crisp Armani suits powered through Midtown, making million-dollar deals before lunch. But only a few stops away, crack tore through neighborhoods already frayed by poverty. Whole communities were left to crumble, while Manhattan's skyline climbed. Still, from the cracks, something stunning bloomed. In the East Village, CBGB roared with the rebellion of the Ramones and Blondie. Hip-hop, born in the South Bronx, was becoming a cultural force. Its beats and rhymes carried from street corners to global stages.
Water towers, trees, skyscrapers, fighters, and Wall Street.
And sidewalks became battlegrounds for breakdance crews. Art surged from the underground, bold and unapologetic. A man by the name of Jean-Michel Basquiat traded spray cans for gallery walls, while Keith Haring filled subway stations with dancing chalk outlines. Downtown lofts morphed into wild salons where nothing was off limits. Performance, protest, poetry, it all collided. Fashion, too, was a statement. Oversized everything. Leather, lace, and logo flips. Madonna's rise from club rat to icon captured the era's style meets scrap spirit. Uptown, Dapper Dan redefined luxury, long before the fashion world caught up. Meanwhile, the city became a frontline in the fight for identity. The AIDS epidemic ravaged the LGBTQ+ community, but also ignited fierce resistance. Activists filled the streets. The village stood firm, part sanctuary, part battleground, where grief met courage. There was urgency in the air, a feeling that life was on fast forward. Rent was cheap if you could stomach the risk. People didn't move to New York for ease. They came to carve out space, to be seen, to matter, and to make their mark. And many did. By decade's end, things were shifting. Crime dipped, property prices soared, and some of the raw magic got swept into the tide of gentrification. The culture that once thrived in the margins began to get boxed and sold. But the 1980s left a mark. Loud, jagged, unforgettable. To remember New York, then, is to recall a city alive with contradiction. Grit fed the glamour, and survival sparked art that shook the world. It wasn't easy, but it was electric. And for those who lived it, no other time ever came close.